What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Zion Asia, and we with our first video today. So today I'm gonna be doing a little story time for y'all, and about how my ex was low-key secretly gay in a DL. Fucking bitch ass nigga. Anyway, anyways, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and we finna get into it, y'all. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.
I can make you feel good, better than he could. I can make you feel, make you feel good. Oh, I can make you feel, make you feel.
So y'all, I'm finna start out by saying that the guy that I was talking to is, or dating or whatever, he was 23 at the time. I am currently 18, and I was 18 at the time that I started dating him. So it was definitely legal for anybody that wants to know that, or starts to get a little suspicious. So at the time, I am currently in college right now. I won't say my major or anything, but I am currently in college. And around the time that I was in college, I had met one of my friends who I considered as family. Not anymore. Not anymore. And and basically she had came up to me one day and she had said hi or whatever. She started talking to me, asking me how I was doing and stuff. Mind you, y'all, I'm on social media, and it's like I don't really be answering nobody as far as with social media text messages. So it's like you really gotta have my personal number in order to like text me, in order for me to kind of like answer. So basically, she texted me off Instagram, right? And I'm on Instagram, so she was kind of lucky that I was on Instagram, because otherwise I probably wouldn't have answered her. And I went through my messages, and I seen that she messaged me, and she wanted me to call her and all that, so she gave me her number. So I said, why not? So I ended up calling her. And well, I texted her first, and I said, hey, whatever, I seen your text, and I just wanted to, text you, whatever, see what's up. So she called me in a group chat call with her at the time and that she had a nigga at the time, and one of her friends, one of her friends, they weren't close, but they were friends. So at the time, she was basically introducing me to him, and his name is Eric. His name is Eric. And Eric, like I said, he was 23. And we're not gonna talk about the situation that he was in or anything, because, like I said, I'm not that type of person to put out anybody's personal business as far as on social media, because that's not me. So, fast forward, me and him kind of we started discussing and stuff like that, and we kind of really hit it off, and we started building a connection and stuff like that, right? So we was it's all laughs and giggles and stuff like that. Y'all know the honeymoon phase, literally the first 3 months, didn't even make it past that. So sorry, I was over here having a little mishap or whatever, but we back now. So, like I said before, we did grow, somewhat of a connection, a bond, and stuff like that, within, the first, couple hours. We started sleeping on the phone. We started texting each other every morning. We started texting each other every night, of course. Like I said, slept on the phone, too. So then it came to a point where we also started seeing each other and stuff like that. We would go to the mall, we would we would go out to eat and stuff like that. And we haven't really been nowhere else as far as with the mall and everything, so that was kind of really about it. So
2,000 years later.
hey y'all, sorry, back at it again. Just had another mishap. Listen, y'all, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna keep it real and raw with y'all. I live in a house with mad people. I live in a house with bad people. I got like three other siblings, my mom, and my stepdad. So like I live in a house with a whole bunch of people. So if I'm literally sitting here in and out of videos and stuff like that, cut me some slack, okay? So back to what I was saying. Yes, we barely like really went anywhere else besides the mall. Yeah, we had some good food, but that was really about it. But came one day where it was me, my friend, and my ex-boyfriend, and two other friends that I also considered as friends. Um, Basically, like we were all on a group chat call, whatever, cool. Then I started to notice that my ex-boyfriend started to act weird and stuff like that, saying like my friend who I consider as family but not no more, basically kind of told me that he didn't really want me in video calls with in the group chat calls no more with them and stuff like that. Had their own separate group chats and stuff, and just like was starting to act weird overall. So after that, one day, me and my friend, who I definitely consider as family, but not no more, bitch, not no more. Basically, we ended up going through his sister's Instagram account because they were together a couple of days prior to that, so they ended up posting, and they basically ended up reposting each other's stories. So we just thought, hey, why not, go and see like what's on his sister's story, or like, go and see his sister's page. So we ended up going on her page, whatever, cool. We started seeing like pictures. We saw like some cute pictures, like younger pictures of him. And then we started scrolling down more. Then we started seeing a lot of pictures that were like low key kind of sus and looked like low key kind of like yeah, I don't know what type of boy that takes a picture and poses like this. Like, bro, I don't get that, but it's whatever. So fast forward, we ended up getting off the sister's page and we ended up calling my ex-boyfriend, and we ended up confronting him and was like, hey, like, oh, honestly, guys, the way how we confronted him was crazy, because we had like this group chat, me, my friend, and my ex-boyfriend. We had this group chat, and we ended up basically texting in it and sending the pictures in that group chat. And he started bugging out, talking about some, oh, who showed you these and this and this and that? It was somebody from the school that you're going to and all this and this and that, right? And we was like, oh, don't worry about it, and this and that. My friend decides to say, oh, this picture came from your dad, right? So this picture came from your dad, right? So then he was like, oh, my dad. And then she was like, oh, your asshole. And then I was like, I started laughing so hard, bro, because like I know this makes sense to none of y'all, but like the way how it was in the group chat, like it would be more explanatory. But I'm not gonna show y'all that because there's a lot of things that y'all need to see on there. But anyways, fast forward again. So he's still bugging out about the pictures. He still wants to know where the pictures came from. So after a while of like teasing him and stuff like that, we just ended up basically saying like that we found the pictures off your sister's Instagram page, and we wanted to know why these pictures kind of looked like that. So he like kind of like explained in a way that back in, mind you, disclaimer, or like a little bit of backstory, right? He's kind of like Mexican Ecuadorian, and he lived in the Dominican Republic. So like he wasn't kind of like he wasn't born out here. He lives out here, but he wasn't born out here. So he ended up basically saying to us, like telling us like what happened as far as with him when he lived in the Dominican Republic. So he basically ended up telling us that he like was kind of like with this boy or whatever. Like they never claimed any titles or anything. They were just together. And apparently he tried to tell us that they had sex at 10 years old, but I don't believe 10-year-olds know how to have sex then, or at any age if you are 10. I don't even think you know what the meaning of sex is. So when he tells us this, me and my friend look at each other and we're just like, why is he kind of like, why is he, it sounds like he's telling like a lie. So we kind of really didn't believe it, but we just kind of went with it. So we was just like, okay. So after he kind of told us like everything and stuff like that, and he kind of like also told us that when he fucked the boy and all that, because mind you, he said he was doing the bending, and he said the other boy was doing the bending. So, like, we was just shocked as fuck. And mind you, as a girlfriend, I didn't think I was gonna ever have to hear this come out of my nigga's mouth. But sadly, it did. But he ended up, he kind of just ended up, like, saying it and everything, and I was just shocked. So, never really had a conversation about it, but like with him, but I was kind of low key upset. But at the same time, I kind of got over it. So then, fast forward, like a few days after he told us that, I still continued to stay with him. Don't judge. Cause there are half of y'all bitches be over there where niggas put their hands on y'all, be giving y'all STDs, AIDS, and all that, bitch, and y'all still continue to stay with the niggas. So I don't want to hear shit. But anyways, so fast forward to a couple days after, and still no conversation or anything about it, but he definitely starts distancing himself a lot more, and he starts sorry y'all. So I know this is off topic real quick. I'm gonna get back to the story time in a little bit, but we have my friends here. I know y'all know who this is. This is I Am Big Maya. Like, yeah, y'all know who that fat ass bitch is. And Tasia, y'all don't know who that is, but this is my best friend. This is my Tasia. She calls it ridiculous, but I'm telling y'all the truth. I'm giving y'all something that obviously most influencers don't. Some influencers try to lie about a lot of things, and I'm not one of those. I'm not going to be one of those influencers that are gonna lie to you. I'm gonna give it to you real, raw, and uncut. So yeah. Why is she trying to do me like that, y'all? Like, I don't even understand why she trying to do me like that. Cause I know she ain't talking with the big ass melons. Yeah. Anyways, excuse that. Anyways, but like I was saying, he started to be a lot distant towards me and stuff like that. So at first I didn't really pick up on it, but then like it started to get worse. So then he would stop calling me, he would stop texting me normal than usual, and he wouldn't like every time when I try and come in a group chat calls, like he'll try and like leave, or he'll try and say, oh, I'm tired and this and this and that. And my friend would literally tell me like, oh, he was just like energetic and everything literally before you came here. So I don't even know why he's trying to act like that. So fast forward to maybe about like another week, because mind you, y'all, we were only together for like 2 weeks, so it wasn't even that long. So but so like another week went by, and he tried basically breaking up with me, but he tried to use the dumbest ass excuse ever. So he basically told my friend that because of the fact that he couldn't be with me is because he sees a girl with red eyes, blonde hair, and some white girl, bro. And he tried to use that as an excuse to break up with me and stuff like that. And saying basically that I'm not his type anymore and this and this and that. But in reality, the only reason why he was breaking up with me was because of the fact that I found out that that nigga was once gay. And probably still is. Oh, fuck that. He is. He just don't want to come out. But anyways, so I'm not even gonna lie. When you're in the honeymoon phase and stuff like that, and you really do thought that you love someone and this and this and that, or if you think that you still do love someone, like, you're gonna be hurt about it. Like, most people kind of are hurt for maybe like a day, maybe a few days, 2, 3 days, and then they get over it. But then there are some people who are very sensitive and can, like, their hurt can kind of last up to like maybe a week or a week and a half. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, all truths, I'm practically one of those sensitive people. Like, it literally took me like a whole, like maybe a week or two to really get over it. But once I got over it, then I started to become mad and just kind of like saying to myself, like how could I have been, like, kind of blind to see that, he was low-key kind of gay and all that, and he was the DL and all that shit. So, yeah, I'm gonna try not to curse on here because, like, there's a lot of underage people watching. But, yeah, so I was just kind of like saying to myself, how could I have been so blindsided to see that he obviously was a DL and all that, and he just kind of led me on into a relationship just to break up with me after I found out that he literally fucked a 10-year-old boy, and he was 10 years old, which doesn't even make sense. Like, I think the most that he's done it was maybe in his teen years, literally. Because mind you, this man is 23, about to be 24. So, but yeah, so I stopped being sad and I started to kind of like laugh off the situation, which it kind of still is funny to me to this day of how it happened. But I also became very angry, and then one day I ended up calling him and I ended up cursing him out and basically saying how he needs to stop doing women how the way he's doing women and stop playing with women's feelings, and if he likes dick, and then he needs to go find himself a boyfriend, and basically like just stop playing with females' feelings. Like, if you know that you don't like the opposite gender, bro, and you like the same gender, just stick to that shit, bro. You like what you like. It's 2026, bro. Nobody's gonna give a fuck about that shit no more. Like, nobody gives a fuck about it today, tomorrow, yesterday, any day. Nobody cares about that shit. So if you like dick, I just told that nigga, if you like dick, just stick to that. Don't be over here playing with females' feelings, and then, you're gonna fuck around and find out with the right bitch, and then they gonna have your ass shot, nigga. So, yeah, but honestly, I've gotten over it. Also, like, I'm not really a bad person. I'm not a bad person at all. I'm kind of like really one of the most nicest and genuine people you ever meet in your life. I don't hold grudges against people. Like, it is what it is. Life goes on. You win some, you lose some. You gain friends, you lose friends, and this and this and that. So, and that's it for the little story time that I have today, guys. So make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will see y'all in the next video, y'all. Mwah. Bye.